With competitive Zero Build finally coming back, you may be finding yourself looking for some good creative maps to hone your skills as a Zero Build player. So I've compiled a list of the 5 best Zero Build maps to actually help you improve at the game and to stop you from wasting your time getting killed by sweats off spawn. These maps will be listed in order of which ones I think will be most helpful in seeing actual improvement in your games. So starting off, we have the Aim, Edit, Piece Control, and 1v1 Freebuild map. Now while at first glance this might just seem like a building map and this is a Zero Build video, I've added it because it has different sections, and the Aim section in particular has some really good scenarios, my favorite being the 200 pump section. In this section you can only kill the bots if you hit them with a max damage pump shot, so I like to use it to move around and practice my weapon swapping. Going from my shotgun to my spray weapon, trying to hit as many 200 pumps as I possibly can. Now while this map has a lot of really good scenarios that you can kind of just come in and mess around in with no time limit, our next map, the Shinobi Zero Build training course, is probably the best map that you can possibly go to if you just want to work on your aim. Now this one is made by the creator Toby1Shinobi. If you don't know him, go ahead and look him up. He makes really good Zero Build training content. But his map is going to be the superior aim training map, because not only does he have the free roam section like the last map does, but he's also got the challenge course, which offers you different scenarios that records your score so that you can really hone in on what you need to work on. So if you come in and you realize that your flick shots aren't getting as high of a score as you usually do, you know that that's something you need to spend a little bit more time practicing that day. Now moving on, we've got our first combat map, which is going to be the Pit ZeroBuild. Now there are a lot of FFA Zero Build maps out there, but the Pit is my choice because it has a very consistent player base. There's always people in there for you to play against, and it is really good for getting constant repetition in fights. You can just drop in there and you can start fighting, and it's super fun. You can just get fight after fight after fight, whereas if you're dropping into a BR match, you may only get like 5 or 6 fights throughout an entire game. This one, in the course of that same time, you could get 20 to 30 fights because you can just keep dropping in and keep fighting people. Now the one downside is it does have a lot of overpowered weapons, which do make a lot of fights unrealistic whenever you go in there, and there are constant third parties. But what I like to do is I like to just go in, I grab the meta guns for that season, whatever they might be, and I'll spend about 10 minutes just getting into fights. This map is really good if you have some jitters before you fight, maybe your hands aren't completely warmed up, and you just want to kind of remove those jitters and get some reps in before you go into your actual games. Now these last 2 maps are, in my opinion, by far the best creative maps that you can use to get better at Zero Build. And I'm talking about the Rapid Zero Build 1v1 and the Rapid Zero Build 2v2 maps. These maps are great for live and realistic practice. Realistic being the key word. There are a lot of really good players, very sweaty players that come into these lobbies, and playing against and with really good players is going to be the fastest way that you can grow your skills by far. Now out of the 1v1 and the 2v2 maps, I prefer the 2v2. Now while both are good, the only downside of these 2 maps are that sometimes they could be considered a little bit too structured, and the 2v2 maps kind of give it a bit more randomness. The main downside of the 2v2 map being that sometimes your teammate just up and leaves, and then it leaves you just 1v2ing the opposing team. But in that situation, I would recommend not quitting out and trying for a new match. I would recommend staying there and fighting, working on your bunker fights, working on your right corner peeks and your head glitches. Now a lot of tournaments are going to be in duo modes, so you're going to have to get used to 2 people pushing you at a time. You're going to have to get used to bunker fighting, because in Zero Build that's your bread and butter. But I will say that if you are doing 2v2s and somebody on the opposing team leaves, respect the 1v1s. It's just the kind thing to do to ensure that both teams get a fair shot at improving, because you're not really learning anything if you're just full sending a guy that you know is alone. So those are going to be my choices for the 5 best creative maps to actually help you improve at Zero Build. I promise that if you go into these maps and you spend like 30 minutes before you go into your BR matches, you will 10x your skill in no time at all. And if you're looking to upgrade your battle pass, these maps obviously offer a lot of XP to help you do that. Now, if you enjoyed the video or if you're going to be using any of these maps, please let me know down in the comments, and also make sure you like and subscribe and share the video to your duo, because they need some practice too if they're going to be ready for ZeroBuild Comp. And if you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and click on this one that just popped up, because YouTube thinks you'll like it. So, I don't know. Maybe click on it. Click on it, you bitch!